Yo, what's up? Today's Sunday, and I've decided to come through with a weekly market breakdown, right? My expectations for the upcoming week. My expectation for the upcoming week, and then yeah, let's prediction. Nah, not prediction. We don't want to predict. It's just expectations because expectations you can shift from, right? Predictions you want to work out, but expectations you can shift from. So starting off with USD CAD. USD CAD daily is bullish, right? After a bullish break of structure, we obviously want to see a pullback and then a movement onward. So at this stage, we are having a little bit of a pause in price, right? Maybe we will start to see the pullback. That's on the daily. On the 4 hour, the internal is bullish, the swing is bullish as well. So currently they are like this internal pullback could happen, right? You could see it coming to this 4 hour to pull back deeper into here, which then means on the M50 we probably want to still be playing like shorts from within here, but starting to be cautious once we get into here, right? We want to start being cautious, so maybe see something like into here, and then once we start coming into here we want to be cautious because will we start seeing the market go back up, or will it come into here and then maybe react and then come further into like a fall zone down here. So as of now I think come tomorrow, right, I'll still be happy to look for sells within here, trying to play them or be out of the market before we reach this for POI down here, be out, so that I don't have to worry about whether this will hold or surely will it break, right? So yeah, I think that's basically for tomorrow. But in terms of the week, we might see a deep pullback, man. I'm not sure per se. I guess this is not even a weekly market breakdown, but for tomorrow, if it was on a weekly, we'd have to look at this daily chart to be fair, and say, okay, it'll definitely come down into here, right? That's where the nearest daily zone is. But I guess we'll just worry about tomorrow. We'll just worry about tomorrow, see what happens, and then take it from there. I don't know if this should like overlap with like an end of day for Friday. Now I might start doing end of days on Friday and then the weekly market breakdown from there. Just see. Bi-weekly probably just means Monday breakdown because I'll be focused on the upcoming Monday really. Okay, Euro ShapeUI daily is bullish, very bullish at this point. So obviously after a daily break you do expect a daily pullback, but the way the market is like pushing up, you don't expect like a very deep pullback since the swing is very large. You don't like expect a pullback into like here or something. So this nearest daily zone I'd say is not too bad of a zone to come into, right? Like coming into here, not too bad of a zone. We'll also have to see like what it does in terms of the daily. I would expect it to trickle down into here and then start showing more signs of being bullish. Right, I think the break of this 4 hour internal low would be a start, right, of showing signs of like heavy bearish pressure, but as of now we've only had a sweep of this internal low, and then if we end up maybe having like a forward shock right here, it changes things, right? If we have a forward shock there, it changes things, because then the market's starting to show signs of being bullish again, and then we might have to forget about the narrative of sells and start looking to play the swing again with the 4 hour. As you can see, swings are very like straight, right? Pullbacks, choppy, swing straight. So once we start getting bullish pressure, it's probably smarter to start looking for the bullish plays. In terms of following tomorrow, I think seeing that 4 hour like chalk should be around here somewhere, should help, right? Because as of now the M15 is bullish and it has come deep into the extreme, so this is the point that needs to hold if the swing is to continue, right? So if we start to see it like break up here, this is where the forward chop will be, then yeah, I think we'll start looking to follow whatever is left in here and aim for this internal high. Even though it's a strong internal high, the swing obviously takes precedence over the internal, so you would probably break that. Then the USD, Euro USD is bullish, right? Bullish on the daily. We are currently in the pullback phase of the daily, right? We might see, since it did sweep, it did not sweep this daily zone held, but this daily zone was tested before, so kind of makes it a little bit weaker, even though it did create a new high. We might still see this daily zone over here hold, right, and then come deeper into here before the swing continues, or we just have a shift in daily swing as well. But for now, you see it coming to this daily and start to show signs of selling. I think looking for sells at this point is still valid, right? It's not too bad of a narrative, even though we do have to be careful. There was a chart in here which makes this like a valid daily zone, so we would need to be careful in there. And so for that, I'd say we use the 4 hour for a little bit more context. Like now the 4 hour is more interesting because if you look at the 4 hour, it's bullish, right? We've had the swing pullback, but now we've also had the internal shift bullish, which is a sign that the swing pullback may be done. So coming into these 4 hour zones, I'd be very careful in looking for sells, right? Because in the back of your mind, you need to remember that the 4 hour swing, not swing, the 4 hour internal has turned bullish, right? After pulling back deep into the swing. So I think at this point you want to be more conservative with the sells, right? You know, looking for sells, not a bad idea, but we definitely want to be more conservative in and around these 4 hour zones. So for tomorrow, I wouldn't be looking to sell within here, right? I think the best play to make at this point in time for me would be to wait for a break of internal structure, right? Internal to start showing signs of being bullish, and then pull back, and then we start looking to play the buys within there, right? Something like that, where we start looking for buys in there. I think that's the more conservative approach, the approach that is more likely to work out at this point in time. Even though sells not bad, but you would be going up against these 4 hour zones that did in fact create something, right? It did create this IBOS. Same goes for this one and this one. Even though we come into the daily here, this could just be a reaction to come back into here and go back out. So you would be a little bit extra careful in there. And then lastly we have GBP USD. GBP USD on the daily is bearish, not bullish up here. It is bearish. Right, we had the break of structure there, pullback in, pullback is done. We're starting to see bearish pressure, which makes sense. Hence, also it helps with the with Euro USD because they generally move in the same direction, right? Since they both have USD in them, so they generally move in the same direction, even though like the timing may not be the same, but generally they move in the same direction. And currently we do see that the 4-hour is bearish here. We've had a pullback and now even the IBOS is bearish at this point, so obviously here I'd be looking for sells. And then we had a 4-hour chart right there, 4-hour chart right there. Yeah, easy man, easy money. We're looking for sells in here, man. Sells are our highest probability. M15 is bullish at this point in time, but remember the M15 has to switch bullish to facilitate the 4-hour pullback. And now that the internal has shifted bearish, I'm all in on the sells. The only thing would be timing, right? We do want to get the timing right and not be too hasty or too early. So at this point in time, maybe look for the break of this over here and then pull back in there, and then I'm happy to play the sells like that. We'll see tomorrow how it looks, how it works out, and then just take it from there, man. Yeah, have a blessed one. Peace.